Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are shifting gears in a way that I am personally very excited about.
Me too.
Usually we take this, massive stack of articles or maybe a dense nonfiction book and we just squeeze all the juice out of it for you.
Right.
But today, our source material isn't a theory or a news story.
No.
It's the English language itself. We are diving into Vocab Set 110.
It sounds a little technical when you just say the number, doesn't it? Vocab Set 110.
It does, a little bit.
But this is actually a treasure trove. You know, a lot of our listeners are people who, they know English well, but they want to bridge that final gap.
That last 5%.
Exactly. They want to go from, let's say, textbook fluent to actually sounding like they belong in the culture. And the key to that, it's idioms and phrasal verbs.
It's that secret code. The code that native speakers use without even thinking about it.
Totally.
So here is our mission for this deep dive. We're going to slow things way down. We aren't just going to read you a list.
No, this is a lesson.
We're going to act as your patient guides, almost like private tutors. And we're going to walk through exactly 30 specific items found in this set.
And we are going to be rigorous about it. This is a structured lesson. For every single one of these 30 items, we're going to look at the meaning. Give you 3 solid examples of how to use it, analyze the grammar or the word family, and look at synonyms, prepositions, collocations.
And opposites, which I think is often the best way to understand a word by knowing what it isn't.
That's so true. We are going to take our time. There are no shortcuts here.
Think of this as a slow meal, not fast food.
Yes, exactly. We want you to digest every single one of these.
So get comfortable, clear your mind. We are starting with our first section, which covers phrases regarding managing behavior and work.
All right.
And we're kicking off with a phrase I heard my mother use about 1,000 times when I was a kid. Item number 1, cut it out.
Cut it out. Now, this is interesting because if you're a learner, you hear cut.
Right. You think of scissors.
You think of scissors or a knife or maybe even surgery. But this has absolutely nothing to do with, physical severing.
Right. If I'm in the kitchen slicing apples and you tell me to cut it out, I might stop slicing, but that's not what the phrase means fundamentally.
Exactly. Cut it out is an informal, imperative command.
Imperative meaning it's an order.
It's an order, and the meaning is simple but forceful. Stop doing that. Specifically, stop doing that annoying, irritating, or, bad behavior.
It sounds like the speaker's patience has run out.
It does. It implies that the person speaking has reached a limit.
It's got a bit of an edge to it, doesn't it? You wouldn't say this to your boss.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No, it's for peers or for someone below you in authority, maybe your kids, or for a very casual situation where you're just annoyed.
Okay, so let's make it really clear. Give us some examples.
Let's look at 3 to make this crystal clear. Example 1. Imagine 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, sitting in the back seat of a car.
A long road trip. I know this scene.
Oh, yeah. The brother keeps poking the sister's arm. Poke, poke, poke. Finally, she just snaps. She turns to him and yells, "Cut it out."
She's telling him to cease the annoyance immediately.
Immediately. That is the classic usage. Here's example 2. A teacher is standing at the chalkboard trying to explain a math problem.
Okay.
In the back row, 2 students are whispering and throwing little paper balls. The teacher stops writing, turns around, and says, "You two, cut it out right now or you're going to detention."
So it carries a threat there.
It can, yeah. And for a third example, let's think of a social situation. Let's say you have a friend who keeps teasing you about a mistake you made years ago.
They just won't let it go.
They won't let it go. It was funny the first time, maybe, but now it's just mean. You look them in the eye and say, "Seriously, cut it out. It's not funny anymore."
So it's like setting a boundary.
It acts as a boundary. Grammatically, this is an imperative verb phrase, and it falls into the semantic field of, let's say, conflict resolution or discipline.
It's about stopping a negative action.
That's it.
What if I want to be polite? Or what if I want to be even more aggressive? What are the synonyms?
Good question. The most neutral synonym is simply stop it.
Right.
If you want to be very slangy, similar to cut it out, you can say knock it off.
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels almost interchangeable.
It is. Now, if you want to be really formal, maybe in a legal sense, you would say cease or desist.
But nobody says that at the dinner table.
No one. Cease eating your peas. It doesn't work.
No. Okay, what about prepositions?
This is a standalone phrase. You generally don't use a preposition after it. You don't say cut it out of a room. You just say cut it out.
Got it. And collocations, the words that naturally sit next to it.
You often hear it with time indicators adding urgency, like cut it out right now.
Right now.
Or with adverbs of frustration, just cut it out. Or, that pleading tone, will you please cut it out?
Okay. And finally, the opposite. If cut it out means stop, what's the reverse?
The reverse would be carry on or continue.
Keep going.
Keep going. Or proceed, cut it out, hits the brakes, carry on, hits the gas.
Okay. That is our first item. Let's take a deep breath and let that settle.
All right, moving on to item number 2. This is a phrase that describes a very specific and usually unhappy professional situation.
Uh-oh.
Dead-end job, or sometimes people just shorten it to dead end.
Dead end. Yeah, this paints a very bleak picture.
It does. A dead end, in the literal sense, is a street that has no outlet. You drive down it and you hit a wall.
You have to turn around.
You have to turn around. So figuratively, a dead-end job is a position where there is zero chance for promotion, zero chance for a pay raise, and no professional growth. You are going nowhere.
So it's not just a bad job.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, a job could be hard but have a future. This specifically means you're stuck.
Precisely. It is all about the lack of trajectory. Let's look at 3 examples.
Right.
First, imagine a young person working at a fast food counter. They have a degree in engineering, but they can't find work in their field. They might complain to their parents, I need to quit. I am just wasting my life in this dead-end job.
That makes sense. What about a non-job example?
Example 2 could be broader. It doesn't have to be a job. It could be a relationship. You've been dating someone for 5 years. They don't want to get married. They don't want to move in together.
It's not progressing?
It's not going anywhere. You might tell a friend, I think I'm in a dead-end relationship.
And just for clarity, the literal meaning.
And example 3, just to ground us in the literal meaning, you're following a GPS that hasn't been updated. You turn left and suddenly there's a brick wall. You'd say, great, we turned down a dead-end street.
So the word family here involves a compound adjective, dead plus end.
Right, and the semantic field is career paths, life trajectories, or even that literal spatial navigation. It's about stagnation.
What are some synonyms, if I don't want to be so dramatic?
You could call the job stagnant. That's a good one. You could say it's hopeless. A very specific synonym often used for streets is a cul-de-sac, which is French, but in English, a cul-de-sac sounds kind of nice. It's where you might live. A dead end just sounds harsh.
That's a great distinction. Prepositions are important here. You were usually in this situation.
Yes, that's the key one. You are in a dead-end job. You are in a dead-end relationship. You feel contained by it.
And collocations.
Stuck in a dead-end job is the most common combination you'll hear.
Stuck in.
Yeah. You also hear dead-end career, or as we said, dead-end street.
So what's the opposite? What's the dream?
The dream is a promising career, a path with potential, an opportunity, or simply upward mobility.
So a dead end stops you, upward mobility lifts you.
Exactly.
Okay, let's pause there. Clear the mental palette.
Ready for item number 3? This one is much more positive.
Good.
Deliver the goods.
Deliver the goods. Now, this sounds like we're talking about a truck driver or a pizza delivery person.
It comes from that idea, for sure. But the meaning is metaphorical. Deliver the goods means to do what you promise.
To meet expectations.
To meet expectations, to produce the results that people are waiting for. It's about reliability and competence.
So the goods aren't physical boxes. The goods are the results.
Exactly. The goods are the success. Let's give 3 examples. Example 1, professional sports.
Yeah.
It's the championship game. The team is losing. The star player steps up and scores the winning goal in the final second. The announcer screams, he delivered the goods.
He did what he was paid to do, what everyone hoped he would do.
Precisely. Example 2, construction or business. You hire a contractor to renovate your kitchen. You're worried it'll be messy and late.
As you always are.
Right. But they finish a week early and it looks beautiful. You tell your neighbor you should hire them. They really deliver the goods.
So it's a strong recommendation.
It is. Example 3. A student. They've been slacking off all semester. Everyone thinks they're going to fail. But then, for the final project, they stay up for 3 nights straight and produce an amazing paper.
They delivered the goods when it mattered.
When it really mattered. So this is a verb phrase. The semantic field is success, reliability, and fulfilling promises.
What are some synonyms?
Come through. That's a big one.
Yeah.
He came through for us.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Or simply succeed. You could also say, live up to expectations.
What about prepositions?
There isn't a fixed preposition right after goods, but you often see adverbial phrases attached. You deliver the goods on time. You deliver the goods under pressure.
I see. And collocations.
You often hear failed to deliver the goods in the negative.
Right.
Or finally deliver the goods, which implies there was some doubt.
And the opposite.
The opposite is to fail, to let someone down, to disappoint. If you promise and don't do it, you did not deliver the goods.
All right. That wraps up our first section on behavior in work. Let's take a brief pause before we shift our focus.
We are moving into section 2 now. This section covers value and social interactions. And item number 4 is a classic American idiom.
Which one?
Dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen. This sounds like we're shopping in the 1920s.
It does have that vintage currency feel. A dime is a 10-cent coin in the U.S.
Right.
And if you can buy 12 things a dozen for just 10 cents, those things are incredibly cheap.
So that's the meaning.
Exactly.
Right.
The meaning of dime a dozen is something that is very common, very easy to find, and therefore not very valuable or unique.
So it's not necessarily that they're bad, just that they aren't special.
Correct. It emphasizes abundance and the resulting lack of value.
Right.
Here are 3 examples. Example 1. You're in a tourist-trapped city. You see shops selling, plastic keychains with the city's name on them.
Right.
You might say, I'm not buying that. Those cheap plastic souvenirs are a dime a dozen.
Got it. What about people?
Example 2. Let's talk about Hollywood. People say actors in Los Angeles are a dime a dozen.
That doesn't mean they're bad actors.
No, not at all. It just means there are thousands and thousands of them, so it's incredibly hard to get noticed.
Okay. And one more.
Example 3. Opinions on the internet. You post something, and people start arguing in the comments. You could say, don't worry about the comments. Opinions are a dime a dozen. Everyone has one.
Grammatically, this functions as an idiomatic adjective phrase. It describes a noun.
It does, and the semantic field is value, scarcity, and, supply and demand.
What are some synonyms?
Synonyms would include common, ubiquitous, run-of-the-mill, or just simply cheap.
Prepositions.
It almost always follows the verb to be. They are a dime a dozen. It is a dime a dozen.
And collocations.
You'll hear, those are a dime a dozen, or people like him are a dime a dozen.
And the opposite. If something is not a dime a dozen, what is it?
It's rare. It's unique.
Priceless.
Priceless. One of a kind. Or just hard to find.
Got it. Let's pause and let that absorb.
Item number 5. This is a phrase you will use constantly in polite society.
Okay.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it. Now, if I'm learning English, this might be confusing. I say thank you, and you say don't mention it. Are you telling me to be quiet?
No, not at all. It's a polite formula. It implies that the favor I did for you was so small, so easy, that it isn't even worth speaking about.
So you're being humble. You're deflecting the thanks.
Exactly. Example 1. You're walking into a building. I hold the heavy door open for you. You say, thanks so much. I smile and say, don't mention it.
Because it was no effort.
It was effortless for me.
Yeah.
Example 2. A neighbor borrows a cup of sugar. They come back the next day to return the cup and say, thanks for saving my cake. You say, oh, don't mention it. Happy to help.
Very friendly.
And example 3. You help a colleague fix a jammed printer. It took you like 2 seconds. They say, you are a lifesaver. You just say, don't mention it.
So this belongs to the semantic field of etiquette and politeness.
It's a fixed phrase, yes.
And there are a lot of synonyms for this, right?
Oh, plentiful. You can say, you're welcome. That's the standard one.
No problem.
No problem. It was nothing. My pleasure. Anytime. They all work.
Are there any tricky prepositions here?
No. It stands alone as a complete sentence.
And collocations.
It's almost always a response. You might add a little to it like, oh, please don't mention it.
Right. And the opposite, this is funny to imagine.
The opposite would be making the person feel debt. Someone says thanks, and you say, you owe me one.
Oh, as the opposite.
Or
but
you should be thankful. That turns the favor into a transaction. Don't mention it. Keeps it free and friendly.
Okay. Let's take a breath.
Item number 6. Dragon lady.
Dragon lady. This is a colorful term, but we need to be careful with how we explain this one, really.
You do. Dragon lady is a derogatory noun phrase, and derogatory means it's insulting.
It's not a compliment.
Not at all. It describes a woman who is seen as powerful, domineering, strict, or severe.
But it's not just strict. It carries a specific negative weight.
Yes. It is often used unfairly to criticize women in power who are just, doing their jobs assertively. It implies she is scary or cruel.
Okay, examples.
Example 1. Employees are gossiping in the break room about a new female VP who is cutting budgets. One might whisper, "Watch out for her. She's a real dragon lady."
So it's used behind her back.
Usually. Example 2. You have a landlady, the owner of your apartment, who screams at you if you walk too loudly or if your rent is 1 hour late.
Oh, no.
You might tell your friend, "My landlady is a dragon lady. I'm terrified of her."
I see. What about in fiction?
Example 3. It's often used in movies or books to describe a villainous female character who rules with an iron fist. Like, the orphanage was run by a dragon lady who hated children.
So the semantic field here is personality types, specifically negative archetypes or stereotypes.
Exactly. Synonyms would include tyrant or battle axe, which is very old-fashioned.
I agree.
Or authoritarian or martinet.
Prepositions.
You might say someone acts like a dragon lady.
Okay. And collocations.
A real dragon lady. The office dragon lady.
Yeah.
It often has that kind of specificity.
And the opposite.
The opposite would be a woman who is seen as soft, gentle, or permissive. A pushover. A sweetheart. A gentle soul.
Okay. That concludes section 2. Let's take a pause.
We are moving into section 3, negotiation and mental states. Item number 7 is drive a hard bargain.
Drive our bargain. This sounds intense. Is this about driving a car?
No cars involved, no. To drive a hard bargain means to negotiate very aggressively.
You don't give in easily.
You are unyielding. You want the absolute best deal for yourself, and you are not willing to give up much to the other person.
So it's about being tough in business.
Very tough. Example 1. You're at a market buying a rug. The seller wants $100. You offer $50.
That's a low ball.
It is. He says 90. You start to walk away. He chases you and says 60. You finally agree. He might say, "Wow, you drive a hard bargain."
Okay, so that's a classic haggling situation.
Exactly. Example 2. A company is hiring a new CEO. She demands a huge salary, a company car, and 6 weeks of vacation.
And they agree.
The board of directors agrees because they need her. They might say, "She drives a hard bargain, but she's worth it."
Got it. And a third.
Example 3. Selling a house. The market is slow, but you refuse to lower your price. You wait and wait until a buyer finally pays what you want. You drove a hard bargain.
This is a verb phrase in the semantic field of business and negotiation.
That's right. And synonyms. You could say negotiate fiercely, haggle toughly, be unyielding. A good idiom for this is play hardball.
Oh, I like that one. Prepositions.
You usually drive a hard bargain with someone.
And collocations.
You'll hear things like, "He is known to drive a hard bargain," or just simply, "She drives a hard bargain."
And the opposite. What's the person who doesn't do this?
To cave in, to fold, to be a pushover. If you accept the very first offer, you are definitely not driving a hard bargain.
Right, let's let that sink in.
Item number 8, drive one crazy.
We're still driving, but now we're driving to crazy.
Drive one crazy means to annoy, irritate, or bother someone intensely. It pushes them to the edge of their patience.
Can it ever be positive? Like, I love her so much, she drives me crazy.
It can be used for that kind of overwhelming passion, yes, but I'd say 90% of the time in daily life, it's about irritation.
Okay, let's focus on that.
Let's do that. Example 1. You are trying to sleep and there's a mosquito buzzing in your ear. Zzz, you can't catch it.
The worst.
You say, "That mosquito is driving me crazy."
I have definitely said that.
Example 2. You have a coworker who clicks their pen constantly during meetings. Click, click, click. You want to scream.
Yes.
You say, "Please stop. You are driving me crazy."
What about a situation, not a person?
Example 3. Dealing with bureaucracy. You call a customer service line and get put on hold for 2 hours with bad music playing.
Oh.
You tell your spouse, "This phone company is driving me crazy."
This is a verb phrase dealing with emotion and irritation.
Very much so. And synonyms. Drive one up the wall. That's a great visual.
It is.
Infuriate, annoy, bother, or another good idiom, get on my nerves.
What about prepositions?
Yeah.
It seems like there's an object.
Yes. It takes an object. It drives me crazy. It drives him crazy. It drives us crazy.
Collocations.
You might say something is slowly driving one crazy, or it's simply driving one
What about
crazy.
the opposite?
To calm one down, to soothe, to please, to put one at ease.
Okay. Pause there.
Item number 9, easier said than done.
Oh, this is one of the most useful phrases in the English language.
It really is. Easier said than done describes something that sounds like a good idea in theory. it's easy to say the words,
Yeah.
but it's actually very difficult to execute in reality.
It acknowledges the gap between advice and action.
Perfectly put. Example 1, weight loss. Everyone knows the formula. Just eat less and exercise more.
Sure.
But actually doing that every single day for a year, that is easier said than done.
Definitely. What's another one?
Example 2, someone is having a panic attack, and you say, just relax, breathe.
Which is not helpful advice.
Not at all, because when you're panicking, relaxing is much, much easier said than done.
Right.
And example 3, saving money. I'm going to put half my paycheck into savings. Well, when the rent is due and the card breaks down, that is easier said than done.
So this is an idiomatic adjective phrase. It sits in the semantic field of difficulty versus reality.
Yes, synonyms would be things like difficult, challenging, or you could say it's theoretical or good in theory.
Prepositions.
None really. It stands alone as a comment or a full sentence.
And collocations. How do we usually hear it?
It's almost always the predicate. That's easier said than done. Or, well, that sounds nice, but it's easier said than done.
And the opposite, something that is actually easy.
A piece of cake. Easy as pie. Straightforward.
All right, let's wrap up section 3. Take a second to breathe.
Moving to section 4. Reality and fairness. Item number 10 is face it.
Face it. Short and punchy. I like it.
It is. Face it is an imperative. It means to accept a difficult reality or truth.
It's a command.
It is. It means stop denying the facts. Look the truth in the face.
So it's a wake-up call.
Yes, very much so. Example 1. A sports fan keeps saying his team can still win the championship even though they have lost every single game.
The eternal optimist.
Right. His friend finally says, face it, the season is over. We lost.
Harsh, but necessary.
Example 2. You're driving and you refuse to ask for directions, but you've passed the same gas station 3 times.
I would never do that.
Your passenger says, face it, we are lost.
Okay, and a third one.
Example 3. You have an old car that breaks down every week. You keep fixing it. Finally, your mechanic says, face it, you need to buy a new car. This one is dead.
So it belongs to the semantic field of acceptance, truth, and also denial.
Yes, it's the antidote to denial. Synonyms would be accept reality, admit it, come to terms with it.
Be realistic.
Be realistic, exactly. Now, prepositions. There is a variant. Face up to. You have to face up to the truth. But just face it stands alone.
And how do we usually hear it in conversation? Collocations.
Let's face it, that is probably the most common way to start a sentence with this. Let's face it, we're not going to finish on time.
Okay. And the opposite.
To deny, to ignore. The famous idiom is to bury one's head in the sand, or just to delude oneself.
Okay. Plus.
Item number 11, fair and square.
Fair and square. This sounds like a geometry lesson.
It does, but square used to mean honest or straightforward. So fair and square means honestly according to the rules, without cheating.
So it emphasizes the legitimacy of a victory or an action.
Exactly. Example 1. You race your friend to the end of the block. You beat him. He complains you started early. You say, no way, I beat you fair and square.
It's a defense.
It is. Example 2.
Yeah.
You make a bet on a football game. You win. Your friend pays you the money. You won it fair and square. There was no funny business.
Right. And what about a more serious context?
Example 3. Getting a job. You didn't get the job because your uncle is the boss. You got it because you had the best resume and the best interview. You got the job fair and square.
So this is an adverbial phrase. And the semantic field would be justice, games, and honesty.
That's it. Synonyms. Honestly. Legitimately. By the book.
On the level.
On the level. That's a good one.
Prepositions.
Not really applicable here, but it often follows the verb won or beat. He won it fair and square.
And the collocations are basically that.
Beat him fair and square. Won fair and square, yes.
And the opposite.
By hook or by crook. Cheating. Under the table. Or saying the game was rigged.
Got it. Let's take a quick break.
Item number 12. Fat chance.
Now, this is a tricky one for learners. Fat usually means big. So does fat chance mean a big chance?
No. And this is crucial. Fat chance is ironic. It is sarcastic. It means there is little or no possibility. So fat here actually implies a slim chance.
So it means the opposite of what it sounds like it says.
Exactly. It's all in the delivery. Example 1. You ask me, do you think the boss will give us all $1 million bonus this year? I laugh and say, fat chance.
Meaning absolutely not. Not happening.
Zero possibility. Example 2. I forgot to study for the test. Do you think I'll get an A? Your friend says, fat chance.
Okay, one more.
Example 3. A child asks, "Can we have ice cream for dinner?" The mother says, "Fat chance."
So it's a noun phrase, but it's used as an interjection, like an exclamation.
Yes. The semantic field is probability and, very importantly, sarcasm.
What are some other ways to say this? Synonyms.
No way, unlikely. Slim chance. Or, if you want a very colorful, very informal idiom, a snowball's chance in hell.
Okay. Prepositions.
You can say fat chance of that happening.
And collocations.
Sometimes people emphasize it by saying, big fat chance.
And the opposite, when something is likely.
A sure thing, a guarantee, definitely. Or the idiom, it's in the bag.
Okay, that closes out section 4.
Yeah.
Let's breathe.
Section 5 deals with permission and problem solving. Item number 13 is feel free.
Feel free. This is a very welcoming, open phrase.
It is. It means you have permission to do something. I am telling you that you are welcome to proceed without fear or hesitation.
It removes barriers for someone.
Yes. Example 1. You have a guest at your house. You point to the fridge and say, "Feel free to grab a drink whenever you want." You're telling them they don't need to ask every time.
Very hospitable.
Very. Example 2. In a meeting, the presenter says, "If you have any questions during my talk, feel free to interrupt me."
That's a nice thing to say.
It is. Example 3. You lend your car to a friend. You say, "Feel free to adjust the seat and the mirrors to get comfortable."
So it's an imperative phrase. The semantic field is permission and hospitality.
Correct. And synonyms. Go ahead. Be my guest.
You're welcome to.
You're welcome to. Or simply, please do.
Prepositions.
It is almost always followed by to and then a verb. Feel free to ask. Feel free to sit.
And collocations are pretty much that structure.
Feel free to join us. Please feel free.
Yes.
And the opposite.
Don't you dare. Forbidden. Prohibited. Or a sign that says, keep off. Pause. Item number 14. This is a doubleheader. Figure out versus find out.
Oh, this is a big one. Students get these mixed up constantly.
All the time. Let's distinguish them carefully. Figure out means to solve or understand something through thinking, logic, or processing. It happens inside your brain.
Okay, that's the key. Inside your brain.
Inside your brain. Find out means to discover information, usually by looking it up or by being told. The information comes from outside your brain.
Okay, let's do 3 examples contrasting them. That seems like the best way.
Perfect. Example 1, math versus the answer key. You have a difficult math problem, you stare at it, you do calculations, you use logic, you are trying to figure it out.
Right.
Finally, you give up. You flip to the back of the book to see the answer. You just found out the answer.
You didn't solve it, you were given it.
Exactly. Example 2, IKEA furniture. You open the box, the instructions are missing. The nightmare scenario.
It is. You look at all the pieces and you try to figure out how they fit together using your logic. Later, you call the store and you find out they sent you the wrong box.
One is a mental process, the other is receiving information.
Yes. Example 3. A mystery. A detective tries to figure out the motive. He has to think about psychology and human nature, but he finds out the suspect's name by looking at a driver's license.
That makes it so clear. Both are phrasal verbs. The semantic field is cognition and discovery.
Right. Synonyms for figure out, solve, decipher, work out.
And for find out.
Discover, learn, or a nice idiom is get wind of.
What about prepositions?
You figure it out, like
Yeah.
object is often in the middle, and you find out about something.
Collocation.
Figure out a way, find out the truth.
And the opposite.
The opposite of figure out is to be stumped. And for find out, it's to remain ignorant or to overlook the information.
That is a crucial distinction. Let's let that settle.
Item number 15. First things first.
First things first. It's all about prioritizing.
Yes. It's a phrase used to set the order of operations. It means dealing with the most important or fundamental task before touching anything else.
It stops people from rushing ahead and making a mistake.
Right. Example 1. You arrive at a construction site. The new worker grabs a hammer. The foreman stops him and says, "Whoa. First things first. Put on your safety helmet."
Safety comes before the work.
Always. Example 2. You're planning a vacation. You're already looking at fancy hotels. Your partner says, "First things first, let's check if we can actually get time off work."
The practical step.
A foundational step. Example 3. In a detective movie, they want to rush out and arrest the suspect. The police chief says, "First things first, let's get the evidence or the judge will just throw the case out."
So it's an adverbial phrase. Semantic field is planning, order, and logic.
Yes. Synonyms would be to begin with, primarily, priority 1.
Before anything else.
Before anything else.
Yep.
Exactly. Prepositions.
None that I can think of.
No.
Yeah.
None. And collocations.
Usually at the start of a sentence.
But first things first is a common transition you'll hear.
And the opposite. What's the opposite of doing things in order?
Jumping the gun. Or the great idiom, putting the cart before the horse.
Okay. That wraps Section 5. Deep breath.
Section 6. Money and emotions. Item number 16 is fool around.
Fool around. This has a few meanings, doesn't it?
It does. It can mean casual romantic activity, but for general daily English, we should focus on the meaning of wasting time, playing, or acting silly.
So it's about a lack of seriousness.
Yes. Example 1. 2 kids are wrestling and throwing pillows in the living room. The lamp falls over. The mother yells, "Stop fooling around before you break something."
That's a classic.
Example 2. You're at work. Instead of typing your report, you're watching funny cat videos on YouTube. Your boss walks by.
You are fooling around.
You are fooling around. And example 3, a musician with a guitar. He isn't playing a specific song. He's just making noise, trying weird chords. He might say, "I'm not practicing, I'm just fooling around."
So it's a phrasal verb. The semantic field is leisure, laziness, or playfulness.
Correct. Synonyms. Mess around, slack off, play, or tinker.
Prepositions.
You can fool around with something. Fooling around with the guitar.
And collocations.
Stop fooling around. Fooling around in class.
And the opposite.
Be serious. Buckle down. Concentrate. Or get to work.
Yes.
Pause. Item number 17. Foot the bill.
Foot the bill.
Yep.
Does this involve using your foot?
No feet involved. To foot the bill means to pay for something, but it has a specific nuance. It usually implies paying for something expensive or paying for a group or sometimes paying when you didn't really want to. It implies a burden.
So you wouldn't say, "I footed the bill for a pack of gum."
No, that just sounds weird. Example 1. A father throws a huge wedding for his daughter. It costs $50,000. He is footing the bill.
It's a major expense.
Exactly. Example 2. The city decides to build a new sports stadium, but the city is broke. So the taxpayers, the regular people, have to foot the bill through higher taxes.
So they're burdened with the cost.
Yes. Example 3. You go out for a business lunch with a client. The boss says, "Don't worry, the company will foot the bill."
This is an idiomatic verb phrase. Semantic field, finance and responsibility.
Correct. Synonyms would be pay, cover the cost.
Yeah.
A very common one is pick up the tab.
Oh, yeah, or finance.
Finance works too. And prepositions.
Foot the bill for something.
Put the bill for the wedding, yes. Yeah. And collocations.
Left to foot the bill. Who is going to foot the bill?
Those are the big ones. And the opposite.
Not paying.
Right. Get a free ride. Or dine and dash, which is leaving a restaurant without paying. Or just freeload.
Okay. That's break time.
Item number 18. For heaven's sake.
This is a classic exclamation. Sounds a bit old-fashioned, but people still use it.
They do, for heaven's sake. It's an interjection of frustration, annoyance, or sometimes surprise. It's what we call a minced oath, a way of swearing without actually saying a bad word or using God's name in vain.
So it's safe for grandmothers to use.
Very safe. Example 1. A mother is trying to dress a toddler who keeps running away. She finally grabs him and sighs, "Oh, for heaven's sake, stand still."
Total exasperation.
Yes. Example 2. You're waiting for a friend at a movie theater. The movie started 10 minutes ago. They finally walk in. You might whisper, "For heaven's sake, where have you been?"
So it can't be for annoyance. What about surprise?
It can be surprise. You look out the window and see a clown riding a unicycle down the street. You might say, "Well, for heaven's sake, look at that."
It's an interjection. The semantic field is emotion and exasperation.
Exactly. Synonyms would be for goodness sake, for crying out loud, or the more modern, oh my gosh.
Prepositions?
None. It's a standalone phrase.
And collocations.
Oh, for heaven's sake, that "oh" often comes before it.
And the opposite.
The opposite would just be calm silence, or a phrase of approval like wonderful. This doesn't really have a direct opposite.
Right. All right, section 6 done. Moving on.
Section 7, stress and competence. Item number 19 is freak out.
Freak out. This is very common slang.
Extremely common. It means to lose control of your emotions. It can be due to fear, excitement, or anger. It basically means to enter a state of panic or high intensity.
So it covers the whole spectrum of high emotion. It's not just negative.
Right. Let's show that. Example 1,
Yeah.
fear. You're in the shower. You see a giant spider on the wall. You scream and run out of the bathroom. You freaked out.
Okay, classic fear. What about excitement?
Example 2, excitement. You check your lottery ticket. You won $1 million. You start jumping up and down and screaming and crying. You are freaking out.
A positive freak out.
Yes. And example 3, stress anger. You get to the airport and realize you left your passport at home. You start crying and yelling. You are freaking out.
Okay, so it's a phrasal verb. The semantic field is emotional reaction and loss of control.
Yes. Synonyms: panic, lose it, go berserk, flip out.
And prepositions.
You freak out about something. Or, that spider can freak me out. It can be transitive.
Ah, good point. And collocations.
Don't freak out is a common thing to say to someone. Or, I totally freaked out. Or, she is freaking out right now.
And the opposite.
Stay calm, keep one's cool, remain composed.
Okay, pause.
Item number 20, full of oneself.
Full of oneself. This is not a compliment.
Definitely not. It means arrogant, conceited, or narcissistic. It describes a person who thinks they are superior to everyone else and is obsessed with their own importance.
They're full of their own ego, so there's no room for anyone else.
That's a great way to think about it. Example 1. You meet a guy at a party. He doesn't ask you a single question. He just talks about his car, his money, and his muscles for an hour.
Oh.
You walk away and tell your friend, wow, he is really full of himself.
What about in a work context?
Example 2. A colleague who constantly looks in the mirror and talks about how the company would collapse without them. They are full of themselves.
I think we've all met that person.
And example 3. Someone who ignores your advice because they think they already know everything. They are full of themselves.
It's an adjective phrase. The semantic field is personality and ego.
Yes. And synonyms: arrogant, conceited, narcissistic, egotistical. A good slang one is stuck up.
Prepositions.
Then,
Collocations.
he's so full of himself, she's a bit full of herself.
And the opposite. The kind of person we'd rather be around.
Humble, modest, self-effacing, or down to earth.
Okay, let's take a beat.
Item number 21, get a handle on.
Get a handle on, like grabbing a suitcase handle.
Metaphorically, yes, that's the perfect image. It means to understand something clearly or to gain control over a chaotic situation. Imagine something slippery. If you get a handle on it, you can finally control it.
Okay, example 1.
A student is failing calculus. They get a tutor. After 3 weeks, they say, I think I'm finally getting a handle on these equations. They understand them now.
So it can mean to understand.
Yes. Or it can mean to control. Example 2, a project at work is a mess. Everyone is confused. The manager says, we need to get a handle on this project before we miss the deadline. We need to organize and control it.
And for a personal example.
Example 3, personal finances. You're spending too much money. You say, I need to stop shopping and get a handle on my debt.
So it's a verb phrase. The semantic field is understanding, control, and mastery.
That's it. Synonyms: grasp, master, understand, control, or a good one is get to grips with.
And prepositions.
You get a handle on something.
Collocation.
I need to get a handle on things. Or this situation is hard to get handle on.
And the opposite.
To lose control. To
Yeah.
be confused by. To be baffled. Or to let it slip through your fingers.
Excellent. That closes section 7.
Section 8, professional life and reality. Item number 22, get canned.
Get canned. This sounds like tuna fish.
It does, but it means to get fired from a job. It's slang. It's very blunt and impactful.
It sounds sudden and maybe a little harsh.
Yes. Example 1. An employee shows up late every day for a month. Finally, the boss calls him in. He walks out with a box of his things. He got canned.
Okay, so for poor performance.
Usually. Example 2. A corporate spy is caught stealing secrets. She got canned immediately.
So for a serious offense.
Right. Example 3. It can be used for layoffs, but it usually implies it was personal. The company lost money, and half the sales team got canned.
So it's a passive verb phrase. The semantic field is employment and termination.
Exactly. And the synonyms are all similar slang. Get fired, of course. Get the sack. Get terminated. Get the axe.
Get let go is a bit more polite.
Much more polite, yes.
Oh.
Prepositions.
Get canned for something.
Get canned for being late, yes.
Yeah.
And collocations.
He got canned yesterday. I'm worried I'll get canned.
Risk getting canned. Yeah.
And the opposite.
The happy alternative.
Get hired. Get recruited. Or get promoted.
Pause there.
Item number 23. Get down to business.
Get down to business. I hear this in meetings all the time.
It is the great transition phrase. It means to stop chatting, stop wasting time, stop fooling around, and start doing the serious work or task at hand.
It focuses the room. It does. Example 1. You're in a meeting. Everyone is talking about their weekend and drinking coffee. The boss walks in, closes the door, and says, okay, everyone, let's get down to business.
The fun is over.
The fun is over. Example 2. Students are at the library giggling. Final exams are tomorrow. One student says, guys, we have to stop talking and get down to business.
Okay, so for studying, what about a negotiation?
Perfect. Example 3. You're buying a house. You look at the garden. You compliment the owner. Then you sit at the table and say, okay, let's get down to business. How much do you want?
It's a verb phrase. Semantic field, work, focus, and initiation.
Right. Synonyms. Focus. Start working. A great idiom is cut to the chase.
Buckle down.
Buckle down, yes. Prepositions.
None.
None. And collocations.
Let's get down to business. Time to get down to business.
We'll do the main ones and the opposite.
What we were doing before.
Procrastinate. Chit-chat. Fool around. Waste time.
Nice callback. Pause.
Item number 24. Get going.
Get going. Simple, but very frequent.
Very high frequency. It has 2 main nuances. One is to leave a place, and the other is to start a task.
Okay, let's look at departure first. Example 1.
You're at a dinner party. It's midnight. You yawn and look at your watch. You say, it's late, we better get going. Meaning, we better leave.
Right. And starting a task.
Example 2. You have a 500-mile drive ahead of you. You wake up at 5 a.m. You say, we have a long drive, let's get going. Meaning, let's start driving.
And it can also be a command, right?
Yes, it can show urgency. Example 3. You're late for school. Your mom yells, come on, put your shoes on, get going.
So it's a phrasal verb, semantic field, movement, and initiation.
That's it. Synonyms: leave, depart, start, get moving. A nice idiom is hit the road.
And prepositions.
You can get going on a project. Let's get going on this report.
Collocations.
Time to get going. We better get going.
And the opposite.
Stay, linger, delay, remain.
That ends section 8. Deep breath.
Section 9. Organization and clarity. Item number 25 is get one's act together.
Get one's act together. I love this one. It implies you were performing a bad act before.
Exactly. It means to organize your life, improve your behavior, or work more effectively, usually after a period of failure, chaos, or laziness. It's about self-correction.
Okay, give us an example.
Example 1. A college student is partying every night and failing all their classes. His dad calls him and says, you need to get your act together or I'm stopping your tuition.
That's a serious wake-up call.
It is. Example 2. An employee is messy, loses files, and misses meetings. The manager says, if you don't get your act together, you'll get canned.
Another callback.
And example 3. A more personal one. Someone is living in a messy apartment with unpaid bills piled up. They decide to change, they clean the house, pay the bills, and join a gym. They are getting their act together.
It's a verb phrase. The semantic field is self-improvement and organization.
Yes. Synonyms: shape up, organize oneself, improve, or pull oneself together.
Prepositions.
None.
Collocations.
You need to get your act together. Or, he finally got his act together.
And the opposite. What happens if you don't get your act together?
You fall apart, you let things slide, or your life begins to unravel.
Pause.
Item number 26. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. This can be physical or metaphorical.
It can. Physically, it means to move aside so someone or something can pass. Metaphorically, it means to finish a task so it's no longer a burden blocking your mental space.
Okay, let's do the physical examples first.
Physical example 1. You're standing and blocking the TV. Your brother yells from the couch, get out of the way.
Simple.
Physical example 2. A car is coming down the street. A pedestrian is in the road. You shout, get out of the way. It's a warning.
Okay, and the metaphorical one.
Metaphorical example 3. You have a very difficult homework assignment. You decide to do it on Friday night just to get it out of the way so you can enjoy the rest of the weekend.
So you remove the task as an obstacle.
Exactly. It's a verb phrase. The semantic field is movement and completion.
Synonyms.
Move aside, step aside. For the task, it's complete, finish off, or dispose of.
Prepositions.
You get it out of the way. The object goes in the middle.
Collocations.
A similar phrase is get this over and done with, or just shouting, get out of the way.
And the opposite.
To block, to obstruct, or for the task to procrastinate or put it off.
Pause.
Item number 27. Get real.
Get real. Very snappy, very direct.
It's a command. It means be realistic. Stop having impossible fantasies or delusions. It's often used to crush someone's silly idea.
It's a reality check.
A harsh one sometimes. Example 1. A friend says, I'm going to quit my job and move to Hollywood to become a movie star tomorrow.
Yeah.
I say, oh, get real. You've never acted in your life.
Okay. What about in a negotiation?
Example 2. In a business negotiation, someone says, "We want to buy your company for $5." You just say, "Get real."
It's a dismissal.
It is. Example 3. Someone gives a ridiculous excuse for being late. "My dog ate my car keys." You roll your eyes and say, "Get real."
So it's an imperative verb phrase. The semantic field is truth and reality.
Correct. Synonyms: be realistic, wait up, come down to earth, or stop dreaming.
Prepositions.
None.
Collocations.
Oh, get real. The "oh" adds to the exasperation. Or time to get real.
And the opposite.
Dream on, live in a fantasy world. Or you could say someone has their head in the clouds. Item number 28. Get something straight.
Get something straight. This is not about curly hair.
No, it means to clarify a misunderstanding, to make sure the facts are understood correctly. It's often used when there's confusion or conflict.
To align understanding.
Exactly.
Okay.
Example 1, you think the meeting is at 2 p.m. I think it's at 3 p.m. I say, wait, let's get this straight. When exactly is the meeting?
Just a simple clarification.
Right, but it can be more forceful. Example 2, asserting authority. Let me get this straight. If you are late one more time, you are fired. Do you understand?
It's the warning.
It is. Example 3, clarifying a confusing story. So he stole the car, but then he brought it back, washed. Let me get this straight.
It's a verb phrase. Semantic field is communication, clarification, and truth.
Yes. Synonyms: clarify, clear up, understand correctly, verify.
Prepositions.
None.
And collocations.
Let me get this straight. That's the most common framing. Or I want to get one thing straight.
And the opposite.
To misunderstand, to confuse, to muddle, or to mix things up.
That wraps section 9. Last stretch coming up.
Section 10, momentum and skills. Item number 29, get the ball rolling.
Get the ball rolling. This sounds like a sports metaphor.
It likely is. From ball games or maybe even rolling a giant boulder to get it started. It means to start an activity or process to create the initial momentum.
Okay, example 1.
A meeting where everyone is silent and shy. You ask the first question just to get the ball rolling.
So you're the initiator.
Exactly. Example 2. You want to renovate your house. The whole project feels overwhelming. You go out and buy the paint cans first just to get the ball rolling.
Taking that first small step.
Yes. Example 3. A party is boring. No one is dancing. You turn up the music and start dancing by yourself to get the ball rolling.
So it's an idiom. The semantic field is initiation, momentum.
That's it. Synonyms: start, initiate, kick off, launch, or set in motion.
Prepositions.
None.
Collocations.
Let's get the ball rolling. We need someone to get the ball rolling.
And the opposite.
To stall, to stop, to put on hold, or for a person to drag one's feet.
Pause. And finally.
Item number 30. Get the hang of something.
Get the hang of something. This is a perfect one to end on for a lesson like this.
It is. It means to learn how to do something, to acquire a skill or understanding through practice. It implies a process. You were bad at it at first, and now you're getting okay.
Okay, give us the classic example.
Example 1, riding a bike. At first you wobble and fall, but after an hour of trying, you're riding smoothly, you got the hang of it.
You learn the feeling, the balance.
Exactly. Example 2, learning a new video game. The controls are confusing, you keep dying, but eventually you get the hang of it and you start winning.
And one more.
Example 3, driving a manual car with a stick shift. You stall the engine a few times, the car is jerky, then you get the hang of the clutch and it becomes smooth.
So it's a verb phrase. The semantic field is learning and skill acquisition.
Correct. Synonyms: master, learn, grasp, become proficient.
Prepositions.
You get the hang of something, get the hang of it.
Collocations.
Finally got the hang of it, or I'm starting to get the hang of it.
And the opposite.
To be unable to learn, to struggle with, or to never get it. Ooh. And there we have it. 30 high-frequency items broken down.
Wow. We really did deliver the goods on that list.
The good. And hopefully you, the listener, didn't freak out at the length of it all.
If you stuck with us this long, you have definitely started to get a handle on these phrases. So here's a provocative thought to leave you with. We just talked about getting the hang of these idioms. I want you to consider, how does knowing these change your perception of native speech? When you hear "cut it out" or "dead-end job" in a movie now, does the language feel more colorful to you? Or does it make you realize just how much of English isn't literal?
It really raises the question, are we speaking English or are we speaking a kind of code of cultural metaphors?
Something to mull over. We encourage you to go out and practice these in the real world. Don't be shy.
First things first, just try using one of them today.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. See you next time.